In this video, we will show you how to replace your engine oil and filter on this Ford F-150 with a 5.4 liter engine. You'll need 7 quarts of 5W20 oil and a brand new oil filter. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing we'll mention is we will have to make our way under the front of the vehicle, so make sure you're in a safe area to do so. Aside from that, hand and eye protection at all times. Under the hood, we're going to remove our engine oil cover. On the top of that, you can see exactly what type of oil to use, 5W20. A quick inspection will set that aside. Now let's make our way safely under the front of the vehicle. From under the front of the vehicle, we're looking for our engine oil pan. You're going to find that just behind your front differential, above the frame. Along the back side, you're going to find a 16mm drain plug. This is where we're going to have our collection receptacle, and we'll make sure that we recycle all of this fluid properly. Make sure that you divert your oil into that bucket. Take your time on this if necessary. While that's draining, we're paying attention to the drain plug itself next. Confirm the sealing ring is still in good usable condition. If you need to, you can replace the sealing ring or the complete drain plug. Now obviously you can wait as long as you need to for the draining process. We're going to make sure that we clean the mounting area and install the drain plug next. Once you have that bottomed out, you're going to torque it to 20 foot-pounds. Clean any mess in this area. Now that we've completed draining the oil from inside the oil pan, we're going to go straight forward along the front of the front differential so we can gain access to the oil filter next. Now we can see our front differential cover, and we can see our power steering rack. If you are looking straight up in between these areas, you're going to find a small plastic panel. There's a groove in that, and that's where the engine oil will make its way out through when we do remove the engine oil filter. Now this isn't the area that we're removing the filter from, but this is the area that we want to make sure we have a collection receptacle under. Along the front of the frame, we can see our power steering cooler, and we can see that plastic panel. This is the forward side of it. Just above that, underneath your power steering pump, is where the engine oil filter is located. We'll be using a medium-sized oil filter wrench, turning this counterclockwise and removing the filter. Make sure you collect and recycle all of the oil properly. There's our filter. Set it aside for recycling. Once you have the engine oil filter removed from the engine, we're going to make sure we clean the mounting surface, confirming that you do not have any pre-existing gasket or miscellaneous debris. This needs to be a smooth mating surface. We are not using any type of detergents in this area. Now it's time to install the brand new engine oil filter. The first thing I always like to do is apply some clean motor oil directly into the center. After I've applied oil here, which is priming the filter, I'm also going to make my way along the entire sealing ring. To do that, we'll just spread the oil around with a gloved finger. Obviously, we do not need to fill the oil filter. This is a sideways facing oil filter. We don't want it to all pour out. I have that lubricated. Let's get it installed. Once you have that bottomed out by hand, we'll continue on with the filter wrench that fits this filter. We're just going to try to turn that an additional 1/8 of a turn. Double check to make sure it's completely secured. Clean any mess in this area, especially along the backside where we had that oil making its way out. Now we're back up in the engine compartment. Before we start adding engine oil, I like to remove my engine oil dipstick, or at least pull it up. Now we'll have venting from this area of the dipstick, and we can continue on along the other side of the engine to add oil. 7 full quarts of oil here. Okay, that's our 7th quart right there. Nice and empty. We'll make sure we reinstall that cap. Double check to ensure that your oil cap is properly secured in place. On the other side of the engine, let's remove our engine oil dipstick, and we're going to give this a quick wipe. Now before reinserting this to check the engine oil level after we've run the vehicle, let's just have a quick look down where my thumb is here. We can tell that there's a hatched area with 2 dots. We want to be up as close to the top of the hatched area as possible by the time we're done this process. Anything below the hatches, you're a little low and you want to add some up to that top level. If for some reason you're above that level, maybe you've added more than 7 quarts of oil, you're going to have to drain some out. Now I'm going to insert the dipstick, but leave it in loosely. Continuing on, I'm going to start the vehicle, let it run for approximately 30 seconds and turn it right back off. After that, we're coming back out here. While on a flat level surface, we're going to check that engine oil level. Now after running the vehicle, we can just go ahead and make sure that we clean that dipstick one more time, reinstall the dipstick, and check the level. Now that looks like we're at the perfect level right there. 7 quarts, 520 oil. Go ahead and reinstall that engine oil dipstick and confirm that it's properly secured in place. Okay friend, we finished changing the engine oil and filter on our vehicle. Of course, you need to make sure you've cleaned all messes and checked for leaks. After that, you can go ahead and close the hood and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.